Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. We've got an exciting Louis Vuitton video today because I'm showing you guys my entire Louis Vuitton collection. So I've got 14 bags to show you guys, so let's get right into the video. The first one is a very iconic bag, the Pochette Métis. Doesn't every man and his dog have this bag? I feel like at the time that this came out, this was such an it bag. It was such a hyped bag, and also it was a very timeless bag in a way. I know I've spoken about the monogram canvas before and how I don't think it's a really timeless element, having logos layering all over a bag. I still feel the same, however I know how this bag was perceived and how it came across to a lot of girls. And I know this is a everywhere, everything bag for a lot of people. I do see the functionality of this bag. I think it is super functional, really comfortable to wear, and it's got great internals. I don't reach for it that much anymore. This kind of style, I would call this like old school bag style. If you remember back in the day when kids used to go to school, they used to have satchel bags sort of like this, with kind of tabs. This is what this reminds me of. So for me, it just doesn't vibe with me much anymore. However, when I wear a certain type of outfit, I sometimes grab it, and really sometimes. And most of the time I would grab this on a functional level if I needed it for a particular reason, because of the canvas or something. You know, if I was going somewhere and I thought maybe my bag would get wet, I probably wouldn't take a leather, I'd probably take something like this. Mine is still in pretty good nick, you know, the top is not worn that much. I used to put twillies on it. Yeah, I don't wear it much anymore, which is why it's sort of, you know, been sitting on the shelf. I think it wears really, really well for the fact that I've had this for years, and it still looks really good. I mean, that's a testament to the quality, right? So, next one. Okay, now speaking of Pochette Métis, I've got my beautiful red Pochette Métis. I bought this in store at the Sydney Louis Vuitton store on George Street, I think it was. I know they've moved a couple of times, but this one is a great travel bag. I find that I took this when I went to Japan and I used it quite a bit as like a pop of color. Really, really functional bag. I really like the spacing, just like in the other one. I do find this one probably a little bit heavier because of the leather, but you know, all in all, it is a beautiful bag. I don't wear this style much anymore, as mentioned. That old school bag style is just sort of not my vibe anymore, but sometimes I reach for them, so I'm not sort of looking to get rid of them just yet, but you never know. Come October, maybe I'll change my mind. Now, if you guys like the monogram canvas, which I know a lot of you guys do, I'm going to group all these bags all together, so you can see them one after the other. If you don't, you can just skip this section. Next bag I have in the monogram canvas is the little Ivy bag. Now, the old school style, this is exactly what I was talking about. A clasp like this. What I don't like about this bag is this clasp. I don't mind the look of it. I love the look of it, but I wish they put a fake button, like a fake, you know, like a button, but this is like a fake closure, so that you don't have to kind of undo it and unclip it every time you want to get in. I find that a little bit annoying. I wish that they kind of just put a press stud underneath to make it easier to kind of get in and out of. The Dior Bobby has a really good example of that. That looks similar to this in the front, but it's just a flip. When I recently got the Dior Bobby in, I know this is a Louis Vuitton video, but I just want to show you the clasp. It looks like a buckle, just like the Pochette Métis, but then you just lift it and it's a button, and it magnetically closes as well. Like, that is brilliant, guys. I mean, Louis Vuitton, they need to get with the program. They should have done a closure like this. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't reach for this bag all that much anymore, and I think it's because I kind of fell out of love with the monogram canvas just after I got this in. So I was like, oh, bugger, it's just not getting the wear that it probably should. The internals is just the black fabric. That's the other thing too. I feel like, you know, when the outside's not leather and it's a coated canvas, make the inside leather, you know, put a bit of luxury somewhere. But they didn't do that, and it's sort of just fabric on canvas. The next one is the all famous mini Palm Springs backpack. You guys know I have used this bag to absolute death, and I'll tell you something, it's not because it's monogram, because that does not attract me to it at all. It's the actual style and the functionality of the style. The fact that I wear mine not as a backpack, I wear it as a crossbody, really makes a big difference for me. I love the size of this bag because it is so small and cute, but it really just fits all my essentials and some. I don't know why they put a pocket at the front here. It's useless, basically. I don't think there's something in mine. Hang on, what is in here? Oh my god, I've been looking for these earrings. Sometimes I need to take off my earrings and then I forget where I put them. And there's also a lipstick in a bright orange. Wow, what a find. So I do find this pocket a little bit hard to get in and out of, particularly one-handed. You sort of need to kind of manipulate your hands around to kind of reach in. And I kind of think, why did they design a pocket like that? That's so hard to get in and out of. I think that needs to be redesigned. Guys, I love this style so much. I've just purchased another bag in a different brand. I wonder if you can guess which one. That is nearly the exact same size as this, but it's in a leather and it's in a solid color, so it doesn't have like monogramming all over it. Because I feel like I would probably use it even more if it didn't have the monogram. So I'm going to get that one in and I'm going to do a bit of a comparison and see if I still wear this one. But this is an all classic. This is probably the one monogram canvas bag that I still wear all the time religiously. If I'm going out to the markets, or if I'm traveling and going down to the coast, or if I'm wandering around a city somewhere, it's just such a functional, practical and easy bag to use. And it just, you know, swings a crossbody and you just don't even think about it. It's lightweight. It's just great. The functionality of it is really great. I love how I have put this pretty much through death and it still looks brand new. I find that quite incredible. Next one is the beautiful beauty case, the Louis Vuitton beauty case. This is in the smaller style. This one does not have like a strap, but I know that I think the larger ones do. This is just purely a beauty case. There's the leather at the top and also piping around the top section, which looks beautiful. The Louis Vuitton on the zippers as well, which is really nice. And inside, what's so amazing is they made this leather. They made it in a nude leather, not in a suede like they would normally make. And I think that is absolute genius because they know that there's going to be makeup in here. There's going to be, you know, liquids and dirty stuff and lids falling off lipsticks and eyeliners and stuff like that. So I think the fact that they've made it out of a leather that you can wipe down, I think is genius. I think it's a leather, or is it a PVC so that you can wipe it down? I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's a good choice because that's going to be great. I have to be honest with you guys, I haven't used this, and the reason I haven't used this is because I don't know what to put in it. I don't know what I can put in it that I would like this to be kind of displayed. It's too small as a beauty case for me when I'm traveling. I like something really large, and I also like something that has a mirror built in so that I don't have to bring one. Because a lot of the times I find myself doing my makeup against the window in a hotel room and there's usually never a mirror there, so I usually like to bring a small one with me. So yeah, I'm still sort of deciding, do I put my jewelry in here? I don't know. I haven't found the right solution, which is why I haven't done it. The zipper is a little bit chunky too, which is a little bit of a surprise. Maybe it's because I haven't been using it and it hasn't sort of had the wear. But yeah, there you go. Cute little beauty case. I wish I used it more. I don't know. I just think I'm not a monogram person. Now, you guys, I said that there was 14 bags, but I actually forgot this one that I'm going to insert now. So I actually have 15 bags. Next bag is the Louis Vuitton Santoge bag. Santoge bag. This bag, you guys know, I have a lot of issues with this bag. This bag was not designed very well. I just feel like sometimes they're just playing us, you know, when they design stuff that isn't functional but yet is extremely expensive. You guys know I got this in store and I love the fact that it's leather. I'm not into the monogram canvas being so deep. I have another bag which I'll show you guys shortly that has the monogram canvas that's not as heavy, and I love that bag. I have no issues with that bag. This one, functionality is not there. I thought this kind of crossbody would be perfect for me, but I just haven't reached for it. And look, I mean, it's even started like slouching and done weird things down the bottom. So black on black camera bag style. Let me guys know if any of you have this, even if it's in a different color, and if you guys use it and if you guys love it. I would love to hear that people really love this bag because I just don't. The next bag I think is my oldest Louis Vuitton bag, and it's the Capuchins. You guys know I love the Capuchins. There's something so elegant about it and classy. It is just such a timeless bag. You can see this bag in the 50s. You can see it now. It's just elegant. The top handle is amazing. There is a crossbody, but without the crossbody, it still looks finished. It looks complete, which some bags don't look like that when they don't have the crossbody and they kind of need the strap, the shoulder strap. This one I don't feel does. I put this gorgeous red Louis Vuitton scarf on here. It's a beautiful silk scarf. I think it really sort of adds something to this bag. It makes it a little bit more fun because it was getting a bit tired, this bag. This is probably my oldest Louis Vuitton and it's starting to kind of warp and soften and all that kind of stuff. This bag kind of started my collection a little bit. It was right at the beginning when I sort of did my first order of bags, and I just loved this bag to absolute death. I wanted it in every color. I still do. I'm still buying Capuchins now. You will see, I will show you my Capuchins collection. I believe I have not sold any of my Capuchins. No, I have kept all of them. So that sort of shows you they're one of my absolute favorite styles because they are just so classy, so elegant, and they're also functional. You know, it's easy. You pull up a flap and you can get inside your bag. You can fill it. This is, I believe, the color Magnolia from Louis Vuitton. So it's this kind of dusty pink sort of color. The next Capuchins is this gorgeous black Capuchins with the python handle. I have wanted one of these for such a long time. They are absolutely gorgeous. I also got this in the larger size, so I think the pink one is a BB size, which is the smaller size. This one is a PM size, I think that's the medium, the 31, and then there's the MM, which is the larger size. I think that's correct. I'm not sure, guys. I get very confused with their BB, MM, PM, GM, all that stuff. I mean, I don't know why they can't just call it small, medium, large. So yes, this is the 31 centimeter. I had a 36, so I was wrong. I did have a Capuchins in all black that was just way too big. It was way too big. It was from the Louis Vuitton store in Sydney. And so I went back and I swapped it. I swapped it over for the Pochette Métis and a couple of other things. This one I added this gorgeous little Karl Lagerfeld little bag charm. I really love that this was black and white, and I thought that it just looks so cute with this bag, so I've popped it on. This, guys, is the perfect work bag in my opinion. It just can fit so much. You can fit notebooks and papers and whatever else. it even fits my iPad as well, which is amazing. So whenever I'm doing worky type things, or if I need to go to a business meeting or something like that, I find that this is the bag that I grab. This is looking still amazing. I don't actually wear this one that much because it's a little bit larger. I find that in the black, I don't really grab a lot of black bags these days. I know I have quite a few in my collection, but I tend to grab smaller black bags. This one is quite large. So, and I just sort of think of this as a bit of a work bag, which is another reason why I don't sort of grab it that much. But it's got the beautiful hot pink lining on the inside, which is just wow. It's in that smooth lining, which is gorgeous. And that's something I absolutely love about the Capuchins, is that there's leather on the outside and the inside, which is just kind of rare in a way. So there you go, one of my very favorite Capuchins. This one reminds me of my grandmother. I will never get rid of this bag. This is one of those bags that is a little bit sentimental to me, so I will probably have this as a forever bag in my collection. All right, the next Capuchins is this gorgeous white Capuchins. You know, every time I look at this bag, it reminds me of Monaco and being on a yacht and being very wealthy. I don't know why I think that. It's just the vibe that this bag gives me. I love the white on the silver hardware. I think it just makes it very light and neutral. I have to be honest, I don't wear this bag that much. You guys have probably seen the video of bags that I don't wear anymore, or something like that. It was a video that I did over 12 months ago, so it's not the recent one, but it's one before that. And I don't wear this one because I feel like it doesn't have a sole, basically, is what I said in the video. However, I love the look of this and I need to grab this more. I think it's the croc, and I just don't feel comfortable in a croc for some weird reason. It just doesn't work with my styling. But I'm going to try and work more on styling this bag with outfits. I love the size of this bag. This is in that medium size as well, the 31 centimeter. I just think this bag would look amazing if I worked on dressing it up. So I'll have to keep at it. But it's also the shininess. The shininess gets to me a little bit. I like my leathers to be quite matte in their luster. I don't like them to be too overly shiny. But sometimes I do make exceptions, and maybe I need to do that with this one. And my very last Capuchins is probably my favorite. It's my newest Capuchins that I've purchased, and it's the Raffia collection. I instantly fell in love with this bag. This bag was one of those bags that I instantly knew I had to have it, and I wanted it in my wardrobe, and I knew it was going to be a forever bag for me. These tan accents of the tan leather up the top and the tan flap, as well as all the tan piping and tan on the logo. It's just beautiful. I love this raffia style. I was really going through a moment with this style, but it's also, to me, it made this bag super relaxed and really gave it a holiday vibe. And I love that. You know, imagine me at the Maldives or in Bali or in Hawaii. You know, all those places, I just see myself wearing this. Wearing it with a bikini, or wearing it, you know, with a sarong or a kaftan. It just gives me holiday vibes. This is also in the medium size. I realized after I got the BB that it was just a little bit too small for me, so every other Capuchins I bought after that I bought in the medium. However, I'm now seeing the benefits of having a smaller bag, particularly while traveling. And I think I would like to get in maybe some really bright colors. There used to be like some fluoro colors that used to happen last year. I would love something like that in maybe a mini or a BB size, because it's really easy to kind of run around in. And I also have never had the mini Capuchins, so I would like to sort of test that out to see if that size would actually work for me. But I absolutely love this one. It's got the full tan interior as well. Really beautiful. It's full leather lined, and the raffia is just beautiful. I've taken this out quite a few times, and it's been on a boat with me and it's still flawless. Why wouldn't it be? This is one of the best constructed bags I find. So there you go, my favorite Capuchins. Okay, so this bag is a bag that I probably use the most out of all my Louis Vuitton bags, and there is very good reason, because it is a travel bag, and that is the On The Go tote. You guys know, you've seen this in a lot of videos because I talk about this bag a lot, because it is just invincible, and that's what I like about it. I have been wearing this bag to absolute death, still do. I've been trying to get a replacement. I still haven't found a replacement. I still use this regularly. It's looking battered and bruised and wonky and a little bit, you know, a little bit like the threading and stuff is coming off on the edges and it's fraying a little bit. But to be honest, guys, I still love this. It still looks really good. You know, I've still got stuff in it, so don't mind me. I've put little bag charms on it to kind of dress it up, but I really didn't have to. I mean, I love this print, this jungle print that they had out. I thought this was super fun, and I'm really glad I bought this bag. I mean, it's had its day. Like, I do wear this bag so much, and it is starting to look a little bit tired, but all in all, I mean, you can't go wrong with the monogram canvas in this respect. You know, as a functional, like, coating cover material, what would you call it? You can't call it a leather because it's not. But the actual material is really functional. It's waterproof, you can wipe it down, you can spill stuff on it, it doesn't matter. All that stuff is really, really great. So, still loving this bag, wear it all the time, have worn it to death. It's been 3 years, I think. The next Louis Vuitton bag in my collection is the smallest in my collection, and it's, ta-da, the New Wave Pochette, I think it's called. So it's got the little chain strap, which I absolutely love. I love the look of it. I also like the functionality of it, the fact that you can take off the cargo strap and actually use the bag and just the chain as a bit of an evening bag. I think that's amazing. They also had a little round pochette thing, but I actually put my headphones in there and I have that in my overnight bag just in case, so that's why it's not here. But yeah, I love this bag. It is quite small. It's very small, so it's one of those bags that is probably an evening bag unless you carry really, really light. You could wear this as an everyday bag, but for me, it's probably not big enough as an everyday bag. Even like the mini flat bags by Chanel, they're bigger. They could be everyday bags. This one can't really. It's probably probably half the size. Like, it's half the width. I know that. So yeah, so I think it's a little bit shorter this way too. So it's quite small, but I really like the fact that this is in my collection. I always am looking for a small black bag for evenings or, you know, out to dinner or just to pop to the shops, and this is a good one. Now for the brightest bag in my Louis Vuitton collection, the New Wave. This is in the Rose Agate, I think that's what it's called. It's a very unusual color, but it's pretty much a fuchsia. That's what I call it. A hot pink fuchsia color. It just pops on any outfit. I absolutely adore this color. My only qualm about this is that it doesn't have a top handle, and I really like top handles, and I can't even kind of jiggy a top handle. So yeah, that's my only kind of disappointment. But apart from that, the sizing, it's quite a large bag. The gold hardware is gorgeous, really, really beautiful. The fact that there's internal pockets. I recently used this bag the other day and the pockets were amazing. I knew where everything was and I could reach in, reach out really quickly. I did find though that the magnetic closure wasn't great when you have a lot of heavy things in the bag. It kind of just pops open very easily. So my suggestion would be, if they were going to make a bag this large, and it is sort of a large-ish bag, then you either got to make the closure stronger or make the bag smaller. So a couple of little things there. Absolutely love this color. I don't use it as much as I should because it doesn't have a top handle. I tend to reach for my Chanel 19 in the Barbie pink color because that's got a top handle. I can use sort of the chain, and that sort of doesn't have the kind of weird weight issue as well. So, but I still love this color, and sometimes this color does go better than the other colors that I have. We've got 2 left, guys, and the second last bag in my Louis Vuitton collection is the Alma BB in the Neo. So the black Alma BB with the leather. Guys, this bag was such a surprise for me. I know how popular this bag is and how much so many people were messaging me saying, can you please do a review on this bag? I was like, I don't know what all the fuss is about. And then when I got it in, I absolutely fell in love with it. And I fell in love with it because of the functionality, how it feels to hold. It's sort of like the Lady Dior in the way that it feels really structured and sturdy and stiff up the top. But I also like how functional it is, how the bag is quite structured, and you just sort of open it up, and I've got an insert in there in a red color, but you can sort of, you know, open it up and dig in. And this bag is not fully lined, so I have to tell you guys that. I mean, there is a fabric and it looks a bit like micro suede, however it's kind of just piped around the edges, which is why I think it's so important to have an insert, because the insert gives you so many more pockets. Without the insert, there's really only one pocket that sits on one side, and that's it. So I like to have all my stuff really organized, particularly when the opening is a little bit small. But I love the functionality of this bag. I love how it feels. I love that you can just hand hold it like this, but you can also have it crossbody if you want to. It's not the best crossbody, I do have to admit. When I crossbody it, it feels awkward and it doesn't feel right. It kind of feels like it's sort of, you know, twisting like that, because you crossbody it on opposite sides of the strap. So this side you crossbody it there, and then you crossbody it here. That's where the loops are. And I find that it's not perfect, but for an everyday running around bag, when I'm dropping off kids to school and I've got to run to the shops, and then I've got to see something, you know, in the city, and I've got to pick up something somewhere, I find that this is just a great everyday running around bag. It's just really great. And then you can also go and have lunch with someone and sit this on, you know, the table or on the chair next to you. I just think it's great. This is what I was talking about with the monogram canvas. I love the monogram canvas when it's like this, when it's really subtle. I find it really, really nice and not too overbearing and overpowering. When it's subtle like that, you can barely notice it. That's how I like the monogram canvas. I'm really not into the deep embossing of it, because from a distance this kind of just looks like a black bag, a simple black bag with beautiful gold hardware. And that's the other thing that really stands out about this bag, is the gold hardware. There's only flecks of it, but it's just enough to really give it a bit of a wow factor. But yeah, Alma BB, Neo Alma BB. And the very last bag in my Louis Vuitton collection video is the Cusson bag. Cusson. You guys know the bag. This is the Cusson bag in the ivory color. It's the off-white color. It is beautiful. The functionality is really good too, because there are lots of pockets. My only qualm with this bag is that this chain is quite heavy, and it's sort of clangs about and smashes and hits things a lot, which is a little bit annoying. Yes, you can remove it, but then you kind of lose the feel of the bag. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is there. I do love this chain. I think it really kind of adds something to the bag and gives it that edge or that extra level of styling, but the functionality is a little bit hard. Also, for the fact that this bag is quite large and it's got 3 pockets, you can't really fit a lot in. I have put some inserts in here to give myself some more pockets, but when you look at it, because they're really thin pockets, they're really thin flip pockets. Like, look at that. If you can imagine putting in something big and round like a tennis ball, you wouldn't be able to. Whereas other bags, you can easily fit a tennis ball in. You know what I mean? But these bags, because the sides are so narrow, all three pockets are really narrow, and they're separate pockets from the inside. So it's not just like a big bucket like the saddlebag. Saddlebag has got two pockets, but the internal is one. This, if the internal was one, that I think would make it way more functional. But anyway, so I did find it really hard to fit stuff in this, even though it's such a big bag. So I actually want to try the smaller size in this, because I think that would be the perfect, like, going out to dinner size or running around doing errands kind of size, where you don't need a big bag, you just need something that can go crossbody and you just go. This is getting like too big to be just easy crossbody. So you sort of got to, I don't know, I feel like it's not sitting in any camp, you know. It's either got to be big so that you can use it as an overnight, or a work bag, or something you can put your computer in, or something like that. Or it's got to be small so you just only take it out to dinner. I feel like when you do this in between size and you don't do it well, it can be a liver problem. Also, the embossing on this is very heavy. I find it very, very heavy, and if they did it lighter, I think it'd be nicer. Sort of like the Alma BB. That's sort of what I would say. So guys, there you go. That is my entire Louis Vuitton collection. What did you guys think of those bags? Did you have any favorites in there? Have you thought about getting any of those bags? Because remember, you can always go back through my library of videos and you can find those individual reviews that I've done on each of those bags. I try and do it on every single bag, so any bag that you see behind me I have done a review on, so you guys can see if it will suit you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do 2 videos a week, and also follow me on Instagram. I'm really prominent there. I do giveaways, polls, and a whole lot more. I hope to see you next time in my next video. Bye for now.